Well, the national championship is over. Football is over for the college games anyway, and it just feels like another failed season. Alabama's definitely worthy of winning it all, and I thought they were worthy from the beginning, and it really kind of irritates me that Alabama almost didn't make the playoffs. My own Ohio State Buckeyes were challenging them, and my own Buckeyes won our bowl game pretty handily, but why is the system so broken? I don't know if it's a group of the same people. I mean, they're all the NCAA, but basketball, you got March Madness, 64, the best teams going head to head. And I understand football is a lot more physical. You can only play one game a week, but March Madness, let's just say it's just March. That's what, 30, 31 days, 30, 31. I don't know if that one's got 30 or 31. But anyway, that's 4 weeks of football. 4 weeks of football can determine a lot more than just 4 games. Well, technically 6 games because you have 4 teams battling for the champion position. And if it works for basketball, you can't tell me it won't work for football. So in 4 weeks, you would have your championship game, week 4. You would have the typical playoffs, that we've seen this week, the week before that. And then you could expand it to go from 2 to 4 to 8 to 16. What do they call that in basketball? The Sweet 16? I think the Sweet 16 is definitely needed for the simple fact that Alabama nearly didn't make the cut. There was some question there whether Alabama was worthy with a 13-1 overall record. There was question or not whether they were worthy because of the timing of when they lost 1 game. Ohio State lost 2 games. So did Clemson and Oklahoma, and so did Georgia. I mean, for that fact. So I mean, you got to go all the way down to number 6 for your first undefeated team. Why didn't they deserve the national championship? Why didn't they deserve at least a crack at it? Wisconsin, another excellent team who lost 1 game to Ohio State. Why didn't they deserve a crack at the national championship? If we go 16 games, you're including Penn State, TCU, Auburn, Notre Dame, USC, Miami, Florida, Oklahoma State, Michigan State, another good team, and the cutoff would be right here at Washington. And if you play it the same way you would play your typical games in the NCAA March Madness, number 1 would play number 16. Number 2 would play 15, so on and so forth, until you ended up with your final 2 games. And it would only take 4 weeks to get to that point, because half of those teams are eliminated week 1, leaving you with 8. The next half, week 2, leaving you with 4. Then week 3, leaving you with 2. And then you have your championship game. I see a lot of deserving teams, a lot of colleges, a lot of money to be made. I am not one of those people that say take away all the bowl games. There's too many bowl games. Bowl games don't hurt anyone. If you don't mind watching, if you like watching your team in a bowl game, even if it's the coffee table bowl game or the Speedy Freeze Club Chill Bowl game, or whatever they have, the Ocean Spray Bowl game. I know the names are kind of crazy and everything, but overall, people like watching teams in different bowl games. However, this isn't about bowl games. This is about getting the playoffs from 4 teams and tripling it to 16 teams. 16 worthy teams. We have an undefeated team in here. 13-game win streak. Not the easiest feat to do. And they didn't even make the cut. They have issues like strength of schedule. And, what is with strength of schedule? That's another thing that irritates me. Picking your own schedule. You shouldn't pick your own schedule. You have divisions. You set it up just like the NFL. The NCAA is missing a golden opportunity right now because a lot of people are not happy with the NFL. They look at the players as a bunch of prima donnas who just do it for a paycheck. There's no love of the game. There's no loyalty to a certain city or team. This is a problem with all major sports, basketball, football, baseball, and college could just really capitalize on it right now, and they choose not to for whatever reason. First, they didn't even have a playoff system, which was just ludicrous to begin with. But now for this to, for Alabama to win it, and they had to have that special meeting. Is it going to be Ohio State or is it going to be Alabama? Well, who's to say Ohio State wouldn't have ran the table the same way Alabama did? They won their bowl game pretty handily. Who's to say they wouldn't? I don't know. That's why you play the game. That's why you don't have, in the NFL right now, you have Pittsburgh and you have New England, the Eagles, and who's the fourth team? Shame on me. I'm an AFC guy. But anyway, Minnesota Vikings. Those four teams, they get a bye for the first, week of the playoffs or whatever. But they don't automatically get ushered in. Some of those teams aren't going to make it to the final four teams. They're going to lose in their first round of the playoffs. And watching the game is exciting. You can never have too much football. There's even rumors that the XFL is coming back, and I, for one, am actually excited. I definitely could see some room for improvement in the XFL over the old game that they did, but with the way the NFL is being run right now, and the state of the players union, the ownership, the commissioner, everything, it's like they're in a free fall. And the NCAA is locked in a contract, I guess, until 2023 or 2026. So they can't even make an improvement to this system for another 8 years? The NFL's got to be laughing. The March Madness category, those people, if they're two different offices, man, they got to get together. You can do better than this. Congratulations to Alabama. Congratulations to Georgia, Oklahoma, and Clemson just for making it. And congratulations to my Buckeyes for winning our bowl game. But I think we definitely would love to have seen Alabama and Ohio State go head-to-head to see who would have won. That would have even been nice. Have a little playoff game between Ohio State and Alabama to see who could have got in. Anyway, this is kind of like my first real talk, and I felt the need to vent. College football drives me nuts. Not the game itself, the way it's run in the executive boardroom. Thank you so much for watching. Hit that subscribe button if you like the video. Have a great day.